Welcome back to the Eurocentrist season 2.
Eurocentrist, I love you.
Exactly, episode 3, and we have them back.
Hey, I'm back. It's me, Jacob Liss. You remember from the last episode?
Yeah,
whoop, whoop.
Yeah, the same person. We're also wearing the same clothes because
this is recorded actually on a different day.
On a different day.
Yeah.
We are committed to the bit. We have recorded.
Paul told me to wear the same clothing I wore last time.
Yeah.
I haven't taken. Yeah, you same
I grew
beard.
this beard out again. It was a harrowing
trimmed. It was horrible.
How was your week?
Fantastic. I did a lot of different things this week.
Yeah, you got sty again.
I got the sty went away, came back.
Restyled.
I restyled. I went to Steiermark.
Yeah, that's not bad. Come on.
That's extremely bad.
Waka waka.
Stop.
It's a bit on the eye.
No, that was worse. That was so much worse. Okay, no, I take everything I said.
Jacob is easy on the style.
Easy on the styes.
Easy on the styes. You know, the sty is actually the eye to the soul.
That's true. The sty is the tit of the eye.
It does. It's the nipple of the eye, most realistically speaking. Stop! Don't rail.
It's my erogenous zone. Is my sty.
Style and profiling.
Joseph Stalin. That's why he was so fuckable.
Also, they didn't have enough antibiotics.
No, dude, that's why his wife died.
I was sty. It did. It was really effective.
His wife
She stied.
If you could die by sty, that's basically what a staph infection is.
Yeah. You just let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go. Let it go.
Idina Menzel wins the Oscar.
Don't touch my sty anymore.
We know why we're here. It's part 2 of the Theresa Wallach story.
Motorcycle lady.
Motorcycle lady.
The story thus far: two crazy motorcycle ladies drive from Algiers all the way through 1,000 snakes, and now they are in. Where?
Tell us.
I've had it with these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday road.
Uganda?
Oh yeah, shit. There's
Uganda.
Uganda. I hardly know. Okay, you can say words to
Uganda be kidding me.
Jerry,
Jerry, you gotta be kidding me.
There we go. Now I heard it.
Okay.
Right.
Kramer, don't use that word again.
Not in Black Africa anyways.
You have to say Black Africa. You can't say it the way you're saying it. That's racist.
Just bend the ER at the end a little bit different.
Just pretend to say Niger.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop saying it. They don't like it here.
The apology
I
video.
keep being friends with you and you keep disappointing me.
I don't need friends. They disappoint me.
You can go to 5 or 6 stores or just one. I don't like friends. They disappoint me.
I also got them to sample that too.
That's good.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, next chapter. The little engineers that could. While in town, they also took a trip to nearby Lake Victoria, where, according to Theresa, ever eager to showcase her tenuous grasp of zoology, they could see alligators. In case you don't know, the only 2 living species of alligator are called American alligator and Chinese alligator for a reason.
Again, they're in Miami right now. They're in Miami.
Those are gators.
They're in gator country.
They're Crocs. They're wearing Crocs from all the snakes that just mulched up. They also had a ladies' hairdresser trim and shampoo their hair, quote, considerably improving our appearance. It felt divine.
Do you think Crocs would have sponsored this adventure?
Yes.
They make them drive in like a big croc, like
the sidecar.
It's a side croc.
Croc of shit.
No, I just meant they roll up to all these countries with the Crocs, you know, just like
Hand out some Crocs, yeah.
hand out some Crocs to the
Croc
villagers.
ambassador. When I finished college, I applied to be
to work at the
driver. No. I applied to drive the Planters Peanut Nutmobile.
No.
What? As in the top hat peanut?
Yes.
Yeah. There's
the one that was killed.
Mr. Peanut.
Yes, Mr. Peanut died. The one that they killed him. Yeah, but they have 3 huge nut-shaped like buses that drive around the country,
like the
and they do PR. Exactly.
Yeah.
Nut buses.
I also
Bang buses rip off.
No. They're missing a T, but yeah, nut buses.
Nutted in my bussy.
Not my nussy.
Nutted in my nussy. Yeah, but unfortunately, I was not.
You were too loosey with the nussy.
I was a little too nussy. Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
They looked at me and they said, "You're the kind of person who plays around with their nut too much."
Yeah, no Sandies for you.
You're wasting nut.
Drive this car.
Anyway,
that was kind of funny actually.
It was the shell of a joke.
Keep reading. No, keep reading.
Here's what that felt like. Ready? That's what that felt like.
Thank you for doing that away from the microphone.
See, I learned.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So next time when I do monkey noises, I'm doing that.
And on the 22nd of May, they were on the road again, soon leaving Uganda
on the road again.
So now they're going to British Kenya. Quote, The road to Nairobi was through open country. It was a good road, but the climb up to the Kikuya plateau had hillocks that caused us to stall on the steep inclines. We had to inch our way up by means of a rock to wedge at the rear wheel, preventing us from rolling backwards, as we had done in so many other places before. So it's literally Sisyphus now.
Yeah. God.
Imagine
Sisyphus country.
Imagine Sisyphus with just the biggest, sandiest erection the whole time. That's what they're doing.
Body slick with snake oil.
And wearing Crocs.
And Crocs.
Lube up with the snake oil. Yeah. Slither in me.
Okay, keep reading.
Thank you.
Stop.
All right. In Nairobi, they stayed at the Young Women's Christian Association, YWCA.
YWCA. That's one. Young women, when you driving your motorcycle, I say young women. If you're driving across some snakes, stay very tired, and you want to stay here, you gotta go to YMWCA.
Seinfeld in the YMWCA.
No,
it's May Seinfeld.
They already.
You can't be here. You're not a woman.
No, because.
I'm looking for teenage girls.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're all way too old. They're in their.
I heard young women and I got excited.
Don't you have younger sisters?
No, because they already. It's great.
Better than Central Park.
It's great because they've already come in costume as well, like for the music video.
So, which was sadly nowhere near as funny as the song suggested its male counterpart to be, with the biggest excitement being that the place had emptied because of them. Quote.
They knew they were coming and they left.
Apparently, fashionable lady residents had seen us outside wearing trousers and with a motorcycle. They had put 2 and 2 together and come to a wrong conclusion. So they were keeping safely out of our way. This must be dudes.
I thought
they were they assumed they were like lesbians or something.
No. They just assumed they're dudes.
They're men? Oh, okay.
Women can't ride motorcycles.
And they also don't have sex with each other. They don't do that.
All those things don't exist. Yeah.
No, I thought that they were about to say some pick me shit right there. It's like they were afraid of. Oh, that reaction isn't good.
No, it's interesting.
What's
also,
happened?
Teresa ran into an old high school classmate of hers.
You know what? That's real.
Evelyn Ricks.
Okay.
That is also a dope ass name.
Evelyn
Ricks. Yeah, R-I-X.
Did they also have sex?
Now working for the East African Standard.
Oh, wow.
So,
like as a journalist?
Yeah, I'm guessing, yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, did they...
They definitely boned.
I hope they did.
Probably, because
100%.
there's no other quotes or anything about them.
I
ran into her.
I ran into her, and I showed her... I showed her many uses for all the snake oil we picked up along the way.
I ran through her like I ran through all those snakes.
Yeah.
French style of Sandy.
An English style Sandy.
Oh, yes.
It's not. They're not French.
Deep in the passenger seat, and you're eating me out as a casual now.
Making their their way through the rest of Kenya, they saw wild zebras, a giraffe, a rhinoceros, and upon crossing into Tanganyika territory, 2 lions. But that was not the only incident that awaited them in the country now known as Tanzania. Quote, one afternoon, in the foothills of the Singida Mountains, about 400 miles into Tanganyika, we were unfortunately struck in the side by the only car we had seen. They're having an roadside accident in the middle of nowhere.
Oh man, that sucks.
Their bike is gonna catch fire next.
It's
like
so
everything else has happened except for arson.
That panther is like suffering so much. That motorcycle. It had come northbound around one of the many blind turns. The impact broke the car steering kingpin and knocked off their left side front wheel. Their car plunged its nose to the ground. It also broke our sidecar suspension so that our front now also scraped the ground. Luckily, no one was hurt. The car had an Indian merchant representing a Ugandan cotton company. He and his porters were going to his office in Kampala before returning to India. The good-natured gentleman was very, very apologetic. Indeed, we were sorry for the damage done to each other. His car could not move at all, and our own ability to carry on was made very difficult. The porters made a fire and cooked our rice and made tea. Nobody will come tomorrow, grumbled the porter, adding, it's Sunday. Blank, thinking out loud, said, today is Wednesday. But the Indian gentleman told us it was Thursday and nobody could be sure which day of the week it was. I thought to myself, does it matter?
Oh my God.
That's funny.
But like, first of all, white people confidence. It's just like, no, what I said is right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the person who's been like deliriously driving through the desert for the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Without a compass, without a watch.
Genociding snakes, yeah.
Genociding snakes, yeah. Like, totally, I have a better concept of time than you, someone who is regularly employed at this facility, who is helping, where they have clocks and calendars and presumably other ways of telling time. But no, I know better.
Yeah.
That's such white people shit.
A car did come along the next morning to carry the Indian and his porters off, leaving the broken vehicle behind. Teresa and Florence, meanwhile, had to continue the journey by taking turns standing on the trailer hitch to raise the front of the sidecar off the ground. Thus they covered the 50 miles to Dodoma, where they got the damage fixed by a Bantu mechanic. Alright, crossing into the next British protectorate, Northern Rhodesia, modern-day Zambia.
Rhodesia, I just found a country, Rhodesia. There's apartheid stuff in there.
Their old nemesis, sand, blown north from the Kalahari Desert, made a reappearance. Mechanical problems began to happen one after another. 50 miles from Mpika, the throttle cable broke and had us stuck in the dark at a place with no other name than, quote, Lion Country.
Uh-oh.
We were unable to replace it until daylight. Flat tires were too numerous to recall. Inner tubes were already dotted with patches, and now the last of our new ones put on the rear wheel. At another place, the engine refused to start. I wiped off the grubby high-tension lead and put it in one of our last new spark plugs. The entire machine was by now held together by nuts and bolts taken from where they could be spared. At one point, the front brake anchor arm came adrift and we lost the nut of the spline. In addition, the wire, string and rubber bands we used our initiative chewing gum was used to seal leaks in the fuel tank and a water container.
Wow.
All but the most serious breakdowns could be taken care of as we continued on our way.
Wait, are they responsible for the chewing gum, or is that the
Seems
other guy?
like it.
Yeah, I guess they brought some chewing gum, yeah.
Okay, so they said that they were... I don't actually get the impression that they were good mechanics.
But this is MacGyver.
They're making it work.
He uses a rubber band, chewing gum, and some loose nuts and bolts, and he makes you a machine gun.
But that's insane. And also, MacGyver, I don't think is a real person. These people are a real person. Yeah,
Are you serious?
I don't know where MacGyver's from. I don't get this reference.
I thought he was a president.
A president?
Yeah, I thought he was...
Not the president.
I don't know where.
He was somewhere, somehow he was president.
Was a president.
No, he was in Stargate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And Santa Claus is also the vice president right now.
Santa Claus is coming
to the White House.
To the White House.
Just stop there.
He's vetoing bills. He's checking it twice.
Women don't have
sending lots of money.
Reproductive choice.
Reproductive rights.
Yeah. Women are losing with reproductive rights.
Santa
Claus is invited to the White House.
Okay, now
he knows when
he's packing all the Supreme Courts. He's assigning lots of new judges. He's giving money to overseas, and then he's gonna put a lot of money into missiles to blow up people.
Hey!
Hearing of bad road conditions ahead, they changed their route, traveling southwest and spending an entire day and night admiring Victoria Falls. Nice. Quote, I wondered, what if Mendelssohn could have seen and heard the falls as he did the waves breaking against the Scottish coast to compose his Hybrid Overture of Grove, who wrote the Grand Canyon Suite. Could a composer write a musical impression of the gorges and mini rapids? I wondered how a Victoria Falls suite might sound.
Okay.
Here's what it would sound like. Victoria Falls.
Isn't that a TV show?
Victoria Falls?
No, what is it?
Riverdale?
No, Falls, something Falls.
Oh, like that's stupider than what you was gonna say?
Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls, there we go, yeah. This is the British knockoff. Victoria Falls.
Yeah.
Oh no, Dipper! I can't wait till Grunkle Stan takes us out of the mystery shack. Takes us back to Victoria Falls.
By passing the Victoria Falls, they crossed into yet another British colony. After all, at this time you could travel from Cairo to Cape Town without ever leaving the domains of King George.
Thank God.
Southern Rhodesia, now known as Zimbabwe.
Though this
country flew by without incident, excepting the fact they allowed themselves the luxury of staying at the Carlton Hotel in Bulawayo 7 months to the day after starting their journey in London.
Oh, wow.
On the 11th of July, they crossed the Limpopo River into the Union of South Africa. In Pretoria, they were received by the once and future Prime Minister and noted apartheid enthusiast
Boris Johnson.
Though admittedly moderate for his time.
Yes, well,
moderate apartheid guy.
Rishi Sunak.
Jan Smuts, and given his autograph.
Jan Smuts? Uh-oh.
Yeah, they received
That's a racist name.
Yeah.
They received a similarly warm welcome from the mayor of Johannesburg, a Mr. Freeman. Mr. Freeman.
Oh my God.
It's Half-Life.
Yeah. You think Gordon Freeman from Half-Life was for apartheid?
Mayor of Johannesburg.
You think he was pro-apartheid?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the aliens have to stay over here. The humans stay here.
He was very pro-segregation. That's why we won't get a third Half-Life game. You can't make Half-Life today, guys.
That's why they made it woke by having a woman main character now.
Yeah, who's much more interesting than, in my opinion.
No, both of them are cool.
I
like both of them.
I am partial to Alex.
Wow.
Yes, of course.
Oh man, I think Gordon is hotter.
That's not. You are such a shallow motherfucker.
Correct. I'm extremely shallow. I'm a puddle. Continuing their journey, they took.
I'm a puddle.
That's how I leave my women at.
I ain't what I am. I am what I am.
I ain't what I am.
Nobody knows.
Pussy.
No, but the fact. Can we talk about the fact that sentence means the same no matter which? Usually it means the other way around when you do it. Like,
not in this case.
It's like I am what I eat. A pussy.
Continuing the journey, they took a tour through the still active Witwatersrand gold mine, one of the deepest in the world, with miners working.
Hello.
10,000 feet.
He's going into cave to find underage girls.
3 kilometers underground.
Grandma. I can still hear you say that word.
Now leave.
Jerry, we live in a mine.
Now leave me and this teenage girl alone. Alone.
Everybody can hear the echo of your screams. Scream.
The age of consent in Rhodesia, 16.
Now give me a Sandy.
Sandy. Oh.
I'm gonna have a six.
It's in my pee hole.
What's the deal with hand jobs?
I'm gonna have a 6-pack by the time I'm done filming this.
The only other notable thing to happen to the rest of the way to Cape Town was when they rode past a shanty town. Quote, across the flat prairie land approaching Bloemfontein, we could see a fenced-in compound where natives lived who worked in the town, but under the heel of apartheid were not permitted to live there. Yet their kraals and families were too far away for them to walk to work every day without transport. For only part of the year were they able to live in their own homes. Meanwhile, they lived on the outskirts of a white man's town, to be near work, living crowded together in shacks crudely put together from cardboard packing material, bits of wood and scraps of sheet metal. These stood side by side to support each other in such shameful living conditions that they had to be seen to be believed. Yeah. Oh, she's seeing real poverty for the first time.
Yeah, and she's been trekking through Africa for 7 months, and this is the first time she's seen.
Because this is like, state-sponsored poverty. This is the system. Everywhere else, it's just the fact of life.
Organized poverty.
This is very organized poverty.
Yeah,
they are organizing it.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That's
to a certain degree.
Bossing say of them.
Yeah. Damn. On the 28th of July, Blank's besties, Faye and Bert, welcomed the two at their vineyard, and they all enjoyed some of that headachy grape juice together before continuing on the next morning, the final day of their journey, arriving in Cape Town on the much fanfare.
Did you say their names were Bert and Faye?
Faye and Bert, yeah.
Faye and
Ernie and Bert, yes.
Yeah. I just think that Faye and Bert would be an amazing sitcom. Like a Will and Grace kind of deal.
Yeah, nice.
It's a very wine mom kind of show.
Yeah, it's wine moms, and then the two best friends come by every day with the motorcycle.
Yeah.
And they come in the door like this.
Yeah. You have Bert, who is a closeted homosexual because of the time period. And then you have two very openly lesbian
the power lesbian couple.
The power lesbian couple who gets their own spin-off show where you follow them through the desert and as they become actors in LA in the desert, Joey style.
Nice. Quote, we rode along the main Adderley Street, lined with well-wishers and an escort of international press, to City Hall. The Governor-General of the Union of South Africa, Mr. and Mrs. Gardner, together with a cheering crowd, greeted us in sunshine. The Earl of Clarendon, representing the United Kingdom in this colony, received us later in his office to celebrate the expedition which had established a new record. Our safe and happy arrival in Cape Town was the end of a marvelous exploit, and we had the satisfaction to know it was the first north-south crossing of the African continent. We were fortunate to have seen Africa the way it was, before politicians made our journey impossible. She's talking about the war, I'm assuming, or the beginnings of the war. Our journey was at an end. It was Monday 29th of July, 1935.
Oh my! 1935.
Yeah.
So did you say January 1935 or
July?
July. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was 8 months. Yeah. Or something
took a long
like that.
time. Good Lord.
Of riding a motorcycle through the desert.
1935.
Yeah.
I need to know what happens after this.
I think last chapter. New ventures. They had initially planned to stay in Cape Town for a month before riding back, and P&M sent them a new bike and sidecar.
Riding back?
It's going to take them another 8 months.
They're not going to do that, are they?
So PM sent them a new bike and sidecar dubbed the Venture 2 for this purpose. Theresa, however, ended up going home by ship, arriving in Southampton on the 23rd of September 1935.
Absolutely.
Smart.
Yeah. Did Florence go back by herself? On the bike?
I don't know.
We're going to find out.
Though it was reported at the time that the reason for this split was hers. I'm guessing, I guess.
And we just know no information of it. Did she make it?
Maybe, we'll see.
I haven't heard from Florence in 40 years. I'm sure she's doing fine.
Snakes around her.
We're come back for you, Florence. You are the bane of our people. Time to pay the price. Snake oil, bitch.
Damn it.
Though it was reported at the time that the reason for this split was her suffering from malaria, she herself later insisted that she wasn't physically ill at all, but merely, quote, emotionally drained. I would be too.
Yeah.
It's a mere scratch.
Yeah. The two clearly had some falling out. Though what exactly transpired may never be known.
They broke up.
They broke up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an 8-month journey.
Yeah, you're sick of each other at that.
100%.
One major issue may have been their very different attitudes towards their journey. To Theresa, it was a grand adventure, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream, a mark they'd made on history. Blank, on the other hand, just wanted to see her mates in South Africa.
You're fucking kidding me.
Those are totally different ways of going about a journey, yeah.
I'm sorry. That's like deciding to go on a marathon instead of taking a Ryanair flight because you want to see your friends in Spain. Like, why would you? I'm sorry. That's kind of on Florence in that case. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot for that.
Money may have been another reason. Florence evidently had access to secret funds, seemingly having arranged for the replacement bike to be shipped to Cape Town without Theresa's knowledge and against her wishes, possibly before they even started their journey, while Theresa had spent more or less all of her savings on the trip. Whatever the case, the two evidently never saw each other again.
Wow.
I mean, I would be pissed too if a brand new bike shows up. This would have been useful 2 months ago.
Yeah. Like, have it delivered.
What did she want, though? She was.
Like, she could have.
Do you want to go back?
Yeah. Yeah, especially because you'd think it would have been the other way around. Or did she just stay in Cape Town? Did she just ride around on a motorcycle in Cape Town?
Blank, failing to find a replacement partner for the journey back, made the trip by herself, starting on the 18th of September. Back in Kano, Nigeria, in January 1936, she intended to cross the Sahara by herself, but was stopped from doing so by the local authorities and resolved to have the Venture 2 towed by one of the regular buses, finally returning to London in April. She later served in World War II, driving wounded soldiers from the desert to a hospital in Cairo, and ended up marrying a rich army officer. They lived for a while in India, before settling on a farm in Old Blighty. She died in 1999, but then confined to a wheelchair after a severe stroke.
Oh my God, I was born in 1999. It could be me.
It could be you.
It could be me. It could be me.
Yeah. Theresa, meanwhile, apparently spent the first few weeks back home living on the streets of London, penniless as she was. Oh my God, she's homeless.
Yeah, she's fucking stupid. She didn't have to do any of that.
And her friend fucked her, let's be honest.
I mean...
Like a richer woman is like, hey, let's do this journey. And then you are literally... like spending every single penny on this, and then the other person is like, also, here's a secret bike.
But it was her idea to do the actual adventure. That's why I don't really have a lot of sympathy. Whereas Florence just wanted to fucking go to Cabo for the weekend.
Nobody deserves to be homeless. It's my point.
No one deserves it, sure, but it's like you were 100% the master.
Why. Yeah.
You are the master of your own ship right now.
Perhaps there was some thinking that could have been done about it.
Well, but by late 1936, lived in a small cottage in the village of Denham, Middlesex.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Theresa also served in the war as a dispatch rider, claiming, almost certainly wrongly, to be the first and definitely wrongly only woman in that role.
Oh my God.
Stolen valor. By 1940, she was promoted to sergeant instructor, training other women to become dispatch riders. It's also been claimed that she briefly served in North Africa, training SOE agents in motorcycle skills, which is possible but remains unproved.
Sorry, SOE stands for
snakes or
or else.
Or else.
Snakes or else.
That was good.
Special operations, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, special operations and expectations
of England.
Uh-oh.
Shit. Let's see what that means.
Sand jobs only. E.
Sand jobs only. So
Special operations executive. Yep. Okay. So they're what James Bond and all those are based on, I think.
Okay.
They're like special covert operations.
I mean, she is crazy.
What's the deal with special operations and expectations? They're not so special.
How special are these expectations?
Jerry, we got a good job with this. Motorcycles.
By 1942, she was serving the army as a mechanic in the Midlands. The colonel in charge used her as a guinea pig to see what kind of work exactly could be taken over by women.
I mean, if you're gonna use any guinea pig for that, she is kind of the ideal candidate.
Yeah.
She's like the ideal experiment candidate. Like, you know, yeah, they have like rats and they put them like in a thing.
Oh, I love how the colonel justifies it. The colonel was quite happy with the results, reporting that jobs such as hand lapping are better suited to, quote, to the more sensitive touch of a woman's hand.
Okay, but she's not that. Like, not even a little bit.
Like you letting a brute in. And
you literally let like a beast.
Yeah.
Like put that beast in a situation. Like that's the.
And he's still like, oh, such a feminine touch on this fucking hand-lapped metal piece.
Yeah, that hand is.
You've never known that these feminine hands have murdered hundreds and hundreds of thousands of snakes.
and are so dusty and dry from the desert.
From all those sand jobs she was doing.
From all the sand jobs she was doing to get free accommodation.
After the war, she became one of the test drivers for the Bentley Lagonda after getting into contact with W.O. Bentley himself.
Whoa.
But in 1947...
It's a real guy?
Yeah. Like Mr. Mercedes and Mr. Benz.
You're joking. Those are real guys too?
Yeah.
Now you're telling me like Honda's a guy.
No, that's
Toyota,
a family, I think.
Toyota
The Honda family, I think.
Well, I mean, they're all family names. Mr. Bentley.
No, but they started out as family businesses while the other ones like immediately transferred into like corporate.
What about Toyota?
Also, that's the Toyota family. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Toyota.
Same.
I'm sorry, I don't know why that's funny.
Toyota. Yeah.
Toyota.
I hardly know. Okay.
Yeah, they changed the D to a T for the logo because it looks easier better for Westerners.
Okay.
Yeah. But in 1947, left their job and the continent to go biking through America, sponsored by Norton.
Fuck yeah! She finally got a sponsorship.
The motorcycle manufacturer. Starting in New York, which she had zero interest in exploring, she rode through New England and made her way to Niagara Falls. While she had
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls. And then she is falling off the falls. She tried to drive the motorcycle off the.
It's like in the desert.
A big jump from... Yeah, keep going.
While she did spend a whole day admiring the view, she would later admit that the spectacle was disappointing compared to the African counterpart. She also made her way to Ontario, round the Great Lakes to Detroit and Chicago, where she spent 6 weeks in the summer of 1947. Though as a trouser-wearing woman with little sense for the newest fashion, she felt quite out of place. She then escaped to Illinois winter for the sunny South, heading through Missouri, Oklahoma, and Texas, keeping afloat by working odd jobs here and there. She spent the winter in El Paso.
I'm sorry.
She's El Pasoing the time.
I'm sorry. She's in the wrong place if she wants to do a repeat of this expedition somewhere that's visually and like terrain-wise interesting. She should be in like Australia or like somewhere in.
Right.
She should go to Russia if she had any balls.
There is a lot of beautiful.
It's not going to be like
in America.
Yeah, it's nice, but it's not.
The Deadlands would be.
Death Valley.
Sure.
Sure.
The Badlands, the Rocky Mountains, Utah,
For
the Great Plains.
Though, I don't know about for motorcycling.
Absolutely for motorcycling.
Rocky Mountains for motorcycling.
Oh, for sure.
She's just complained about the view. I'm like, you expected a different view.
She just thought that Niagara Falls was lame in comparison to Victoria Falls, which I'm sure if I were to see Victoria Falls, I'd probably say the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. It's like if you're looking for Victoria Falls level stuff, you shouldn't go to America. You know, we're the cheap theme park version of all the other continents.
That is unfair.
But
America has some of the most stunning nature,
and so do other parts of the world.
Not Russia. Russia's just
like
trees.
The world is a beautiful place. All right, guys.
Sorry, I got really patriotic back there.
Britain sucks. Can we agree on that?
Oh yeah,
I think Britain has some nice stuff too.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it's called Scotland.
I just think Scotland.
Yeah, it's called Scotland.
We have Scotland.
I'm so curious
Yes,
to know the
after a
beef.
short trip to Mexico, she eventually fulfilled another childhood dream, arriving at the Grand Canyon on the 20th of March, 1948.
Okay, that's a good place to motorcycle.
She then made her way to Los Angeles,
no, no.
ran out of money, and worked all kinds of jobs for a few months to continue her journey to Las Vegas. Then on through Salt Lake City, Idaho, and Wyoming. She spent a full 10 days exploring Yellowstone, where she composed this short poem. Quote, 6,000 feet above the sea, with the Teton Range in front of me, I halt my bike between the lakes as the sun goes down and the daylight breaks. 6,000 feet above the sea, where the snow-capped peaks look down on me, no riches in exchange would please, as I fix my tent in the tall pine trees.
I think she's a better motorcyclist than she is.
Say, she had one idea and she stuck with it the whole time.
The poetic motorcyclist.
The mountains here are oh so nice. I'm eating beans and I'm eating rice. My motorcycle under me, lots and lots and lots of trees. It is cold in the water. I think I should
poem.
leave soon. I really oughter.
Oh my God.
That's good.
Yellowstone, it is not blue. Wish that you were here with me too.
I'd rather have yellow fever than Yellowstone.
Oh, I
along
want to
her
bleed
jo-
out of my vomit.
Along her journey, she encountered cowboys and Indians and found the Americans to be every bit as helpful and friendly as the people in Africa.
Yeah,
Both natives and Europeans had been. She even got a Cheyenne, or possibly Blackfoot chief by the name of Black Horse, to pose on her motorcycle for a picture. And we have that picture right here. Which is one of the most badass pictures.
Oh, he looks so happy.
He's having the time of his life.
He's riding a steel horse.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Wie cool ist das bitte?
Yeah.
Meine Mama hat mir erlaubt, ein Motorrad zu fahren und Cola trinken.
He just like deuces. Yeets out of there.
See ya,
Jetzt
bitch.
fahr ich Motorrad und trink Cola.
Weirdly, in the article she would write of her journey for the motorcycle, that's the newspaper, she would instead name him as Siu Su Chief Big Snake.
Not Big
Yeah, of
Snake.
course she would.
But maybe, and she rode over him.
And she killed him.
No,
Like,
yeah,
I'm
well,
gonna call you.
you know,
I thought he was
French call
a real snake.
the French call it the little bit.
And I called the big snake.
I'm gonna call you DJ Big Snake.
DJ. Isn't there a DJ Snake?
Yeah, there is. There
Yeah.
is.
He did turn on for what, right?
I think maybe I'm not sure.
No. Oh, yes.
All I know is he did the
Great,
one that's
great
like
music video too.
focus, fire gun. All I need is somebody to lean on.
Sorry.
All right,
I just
so,
remember
but
the
maybe
gun
Big
part.
Snake was just a nickname she gave him.
That's still so sinister,
Hey,
given the
Big Snake.
implications.
She went on to spend some time climbing mountains in Colorado and ended her first Grand American tour by returning to Chicago via Nebraska and Iowa. Arriving in the Windy City on 27th of October 1948. Hey, my birthday. She almost immediately...
1948. You look great, Paul.
Thank you. I'm 77.
Yeah, you're
76.
Fuck. What's your secret? Yeah.
She almost immediately set out again on her second American trek to spend the winter in Florida, going from Memphis, Tennessee, as well as Jackson, Mississippi, and New Orleans.
Jackson, Mississippi. That's that song. I sing them wrong. Gonna kiss myself so pretty. So hot damn. Gonna hit that snake with my motorcycle. Too hot damn.
The edge is overheating.
It is overheating.
No, that's how she be rolling up to every town, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's like she's Bruno Mars in 2014. Uptown Funk.
Brunetta Mars.
Brunetta Mars.
Brunetta Mars.
Brunetta Venus.
Oh.
Ooh, that's another drag
At
name.
New Orleans to arrive in
That's a very good
Jacksonville, in January 1949. She explored the Everglades, perhaps this time seeing an actual alligator, and left Florida after a few months. In Rutledge, Georgia, she met an ex-slave, Andy, now 105 years old.
Whoa.
Oh my God, that's the second one she's met.
Yeah, the second one that's alive.
Well, I mean, the first one she met was not an ex-slave.
No, he was.
Right, yeah.
He was.
Unfortunately, that was
He was a practicing slave.
that was a slave.
That's so fucked
She met
up.
a slave.
now 105 years old, who explained how he was sold to a rich family at 5 years of age and was kept as a house servant. Damn.
And she still did nothing about slavery.
Freed after the Civil War, he didn't want to go and stayed with his former master until the latest death.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Sheesh. Carrying on to Virginia and across the Shenandoah Mountains.
Actually,
Valley? Shenandoah Valley?
I actually don't know this one.
Blue Ridge
Mountain,
Mountain,
you rolling
Shenandoah
river.
Valley.
Oh, you're doing a different one.
Oh,
you're just doing country roads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's where... Or is there another
No, I don't
lyric
think he
that has
says
them in?
that. I forget.
Well, anyways, Theresa eventually made her way to Washington, D.C., where she briefly stayed before finally returning to New York via Baltimore and Philadelphia. Here she met Louise Sherbin, who would found the Women's International Motorcycle Association, WIMA. Women be driving.
Women be driving, women be shopping. Wimmer, I hardly know her.
Wimmer.
Under my Wumbawella.
When the one wines, we wine with my bar.
You need to...
Swallow it, Paul.
It's not as easy as it looks.
Oh, that's the first time you ever said that.
Pretend you're getting a happy ending from a sand job.
All right. With Theresa becoming the organization's first vice president after a second meeting in Daytona.
Whoa.
So Theresa is now the vice president of the WIMA.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, she's like one of,
And she
probably at that point, one of the most
premier motorcyclists.
Yeah, but
women especially.
But also good that she's in a vice president position and
she
not
doesn't lead shit.
Exactly, yeah.
She's not allowed to plan the girls' trip to Florida.
All those Floridian snakes are like, whew.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. It's too bad she couldn't go to Florida like now. They had that huge python problem. And she cleaned that shit up like that. She drive around the state for a few hours.
Done.
All the snakes are dead.
Yeah.
You just see it's just bloody tire tracks everywhere and just quarters and thirds of snakes in the road.
The night of the long, the long wheels.
Round wheels.
The night of the round wheels.
Night of round wheels.
Though her tours were over, she apparently stayed for some time in the States, returning to England on the 29th of November 1950. Norton gave her a brand new machine, but she soon grew weary of the British weather again and left her home country for the final time on 5th of April 1951. Returning to the US on New Year's Day of the following year. She opened her own motorcycle dealership, selling British bikes, chiefly BSAs, to Americans in Chicago.
Hey,
yeah, this is a cool deal. Yeah.
She belongs in
Small
America.
business owner.
No, she belongs in America.
Slay.
Yeah, make yourself.
She's a bootstrap pulling up.
Oh hell yeah, she's a bootstrap stepping on snakes.
And she has like reckless
I made a
disregard.
makeshift pump because I had the other one I smashed over so many snakes' heads that it broke.
She doesn't even need a gun.
I kept taking nuts and bolts out of her engine to throw at passing snakes.
I shoved that pump up the snake's ass and pumped it up.
Until it blew up.
Balloon snakes. A small flat above a cafe, thought to be 1616 East 69th Street. Nice.
69.
Oh, I'm looking it up.
Became her first permanent address since she'd left home at 17 years of age.
Oh my god.
Wow.
She was very picky about her customers, refusing to sell a bag to anyone if they didn't first take an instruction course from her. Smart.
They need to pass the vibe check. Yeah.
Good. It's very responsible.
Yeah.
Her
unlike her when she goes on.
She learned from her own mistakes.
I think it's like I should have been given
snake lessons.
I should have been given a lesson on how
her apartment is now an ugly office building.
Oh, that sucks. It's one of those postmodern looking ass things. That's like all glass and concrete.
Okay, so it's generic garbage. That's disrespectful.
I'm sorry.
It's full of snakes too.
Corporate snakes. But
yeah.
That was a good one. Vipers.
Her, quote, motorcycle riding school of instruction became an integral part of her leadership by 1962. That same year, Theresa was made international vice president of the Wimmer, a position she resigned from in 1977. So she stayed Wimmer vice captain
for over
15 years. Yeah, 15 years.
Wow, that's really good.
And in 1967, when Canada was holding its centennial celebrations, she opted for another short bike tour to the Expo in Montreal, and then to Toronto for the FIM International Grand Prix. With the British motorcycle industry dying in the late 60s, she focused, it's almost like if you don't innovate on your fucking manufacturing, it dies and moves out, Britain.
You hear that?
Yeah. You tell him, Paul.
Yeah, this is how you get Theresa May.
Yeah, you not innovating your motorcycles is why.
Because it radicalized the countryside to a good chunk, because they're all out of work now, you know, and then somebody tells them the foreigners are at fault, and boom, you get.
And they say, yes, right.
Yeah.
Man, I love chicken tikka masala. That is nice.
And a good donor.
I love a donor. Well, I don't like foreigners though. No, I like Chinese.
If they just given him a motorcycle, they wouldn't be racist.
Yeah.
Oh man, if I don't had a motorcycle, I'd stop being racist.
You give everybody a racist motorcycle?
No,
listen, if I had a motorcycle, I mean this. If I had a motorcycle, I'd stop being racist. I'm serious. If I had a motorcycle right now, I wouldn't be racist anymore.
I would be racing.
I would be racing.
I would be racing, not racist.
And I would only be racist if someone of a different ethnicity beat me in that race.
I would shake their hand.
Then I would vote. I would spit on them, and then I would vote to leave Britain again.
Leave from Britain.
Yeah, double Brexit.
Can we kick England out of the United Kingdom?
United Kingdom of Northern Ireland, Scotland, and Wales.
Yeah, and then Canada joins back in, you know, like just out of spite.
Without Quebec.
Yeah. Quebec, back to the Quebecians. Yeah, I always said that.
Le Bec Québécois.
All right, so
Lebec, I'm a loser, baby.
With the British motorcycle industry dying in the late 60s, she focused on her biking school project, aiming to revolutionize motorcycling instruction by paying attention to the underlying physics of riding a bike.
to where
the snakes are on the road.
To this end, she published a training manual, Easy Motorcycle Riding, via Bantam in 1970, reprinted in 1978 and 1983 as a paperback. As her biographer Barry M. Jones writes, quote, the BSA distributors in America sent copies of the book to all its dealers, and Bantam Publishing produced a special 225,000 copy run for the Scholastic Book Services Company, who distributed the book at all high schools in America during the 1970s and 80s. Your mom probably read her motorcycle book.
That's probably true.
That is hilarious.
That is so funny that the Scholastic Book Fair might have Theresa Wallach.
Easy motorcycle riding. Yeah.
I mean,
great title too. Precise, to the point. You know?
It's a bit generic. I feel
you
like
need it to be generic.
It's sure, but it also undersells her personality.
Oh, yeah, it should have been called "Fuck You, Snakes,"
and also how to ride a motorcycle.
A guide to serpentine murder and to ride a motorcycle. How you can use your motorcycle as a weapon for good.
Slam the brakes, but not on me.
Not on me.
I'd like to think like she was. They were attacked by locusts or whatever in the fucking.
Flies.
And ever since she's been like, that must have been Satan, and so she just runs over every snake. Ever since, coincidence? I think not.
No, yeah. Theresa closed her shop in 1973 and moved to Phoenix, Arizona. I need the dry heat. Now fully committed to her instructor gig with the with the Easy Motorcycle Riding Schools Incorporated, teaching students and learning from them in turn, with the unconventional approach that each student was fully responsible for their own actions. She enjoyed the work greatly, only closing her school in 1989.
Oh, wow.
When her riding projects had become more important to her. These were, on the one hand, a new riding instruction book, this time with a stronger focus on self-education, titled Motorcycling for Business and Pleasure.
Oh, for business.
This one entitled Motorcycling. Just get on the bike and see what happens.
It gets better.
Motorcycling.
Theresa wanted all profits from the book to go to a fund for motorcycle education and was adamant that no one, including herself, should earn money from her knowledge.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn, she's radical.
That's not very American of her.
No,
like,
she's, yeah.
I feel like she would have deserved that money, though, you know? Like,
But
for
still,
everything.
that's cool of
she
her.
was fucking...
Just sharing is caring. She's Wikipediaing it.
And that's
true.
really cool, but she's fucking homeless, and I'm worried about her.
No,
like,
she had to
Not
have a job
anymore.
and everything. She's
not
doing
anymore,
fine.
obviously. I'm saying
That was
like,
one time,
Yeah,
I'm
for a
saying-
little while.
like 5 decades
she
ago
is
now.
not exactly known for her responsible decision making.
Well, she's clearly coming. You know, she was younger back then.
I don't.
We're judging on a big journey in her 20s.
Yeah.
The rest of her life.
She wrote 2 books. She made a school. She started like a small business.
I'm
I think
saying-
she's getting it together.
I'm saying that there needs to be a state-sponsored carer to steal all of her money from her, like Stanley style.
like
She needs-
you mean you're just talking about taxes?
Jacob.
Where are my cameras?
Coming in late.
coming very late. with that.
As far as I could find out, the book has sadly never been published.
Oh.
Aw. The other book was her account of the Trans-African journey she undertook over half a century before, a mixture of the meticulous logbook she kept at the time and her later recollections.
I didn't know Africa was trans.
For this book, she'd attempted, they don't want you to find out, she'd attempted to contact Florence Blenkiron, where the British motorcycle press in 1986, but no reply ever came.
Oh, wow.
And Blank never gave any written account of her journey.
Wow.
Petty ass bitch.
Damn.
It must have been quite not a great experience for Florence.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounded pretty horrible. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it sounds quite awful, yeah.
Titled The Rugged Road, and including additional biographical info from her pen pal Barry M. Jones. The book was eventually published posthumously in 2001, with the second edition I used as the main source for this episode published in 2011. So this is recent history, basically, that we know about her like that properly.
They
Theresa,
they published it in 2001. They mentioned the airplane. In the
she can't fix it.
no, the one that dipped down to like see how they were doing.
yeah, not the other airplane that happened in 2001.
Or the other two. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That was the joke that I was making. Just, you know.
That was the 9/11 of jokes.
Yeah, do you think maybe Osama bin Laden was just trying to like take a swoop down just to see how everyone's doing?
He was
that was Osama bin Laden's
there were two Al Qaeda motorcyclists who were trying to.
Another motorcycle has built the building. Oh no! It takes like hundreds of motorcycles to take down the tower.
Yo, if she had any balls, she would have motorcycled through the Middle East and found bin Laden.
Yeah, where was that? Where was she then?
I mean, that's the secret
Dead,
mission.
but yeah, the secret mission takes down bin Laden.
Do you think it was really those stupid fuckers in the helicopter? I don't.
They just said he's a snake, and she went snake.
Barack sends his regards.
Fuck you, snake, and she kills him with a motorcycle.
Motorballs him.
While he's playing Animal Crossing.
Oh shit.
In his tent.
Theresa herself passed away on her 90th birthday.
Oh, great.
2000. Oh no, not
on the 30th of April, 1999.
Oh, okay, so she couldn't have killed bin Laden.
Way to go.
After a short stay at the hospital.
99. Okay.
Another poem. Somebody said it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he'd tried. So he buckled right in with a trace of a grin on his face. If he were it, he'd hit it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. EA guest quoted to herself by Theresa as she was approaching Cape Town.
She quoted herself?
What? She said that to herself when she was approaching. Can I see what that poem was? Because I don't know if I was having a stroke.
No, I was having a stroke.
You were having a stroke? Okay.
Do it properly.
Somebody said it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he tried.
Yeah, replying.
So he buckled right in with a trace of a grin on his face. If he worried, he hit it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it.
Okay, Ben, this actually wasn't your fault. Paul just does not.
Yeah, this actually was formatted fine.
But also,
I have become useless.
And Theresa even wrote her own poem approaching Cape Town, where she said, "Cape Town, oh Cape Town, that is the place we are at.
My friends are here.
I am at Cape Town, and I am neither thin nor am I fat. We're on our motorcycle, going a while, going so far. I have a big smile. Cape Town is the city, and that's where we are. We have driven so very far."
Yeah.
And then she wrote that poem.
I'm just really glad that she didn't write a book on like
C-tier poetry, A-tier motorcycling.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm really glad she didn't write a book on how to write poetry and like distribute that.
Poetry
to
is
school.
easy. Just do it.
Oh, like those training VHSs where they train you like to play the piano or something like that.
Poetry, it gets better.
Poetry. It's
It gets
just
better
like riding a motorcycle.
You just jump on it and
You jump on it, and if you use it, it kills snakes.
everything rhymes with snake oil.
It's everything. It's
Like that snake boil. No, but seriously, this was a fascinating story.
This is very interesting.
Yeah.
Like that was badass lady.
Yeah. And badass photo as well.
Yes, great photographer, that lady too. As a fellow photographer, I have to admire her skill as well. That's great framing and everything. No, she seems like a badass. There's a Theresa Wallach vlog because she
vlog?
Yeah, basically like a 1935 vlog because they brought a camera. So there's video.
Really?
There's video.
It's
of
not
them.
her
It's
vlogging
video.
herself.
Yeah, basically.
No, she was interviewed by somebody from the American film crew, presumably. No.
We can watch the documentary that was made
I
with
assume
the
that's what
footage.
you're talking about.
It's like 40 minutes. It's on YouTube. It's completely.
That's not a vlog. That's
Look, it's 8 months of content.
Listen, Grandpa, but a vlog is a specific kind of video making.
Yeah. My favorite vlog is Oppenheimer.
She's not turning.
It is.
She's not turning.
Oppenheimer is not a vlog.
Yeah, she's not turning the camera around, going like, "Hey, YouTube."
Yeah.
Today we're making.
Today we're
atomic bomb.
Today we're making sand bread. It's shaped like French.
So we crashed again.
Like exasperated on the thumbnail, like.
No, this is a.
You'll
Mr.
never
Beast video.
believe how many holes are in our back tire.
No, this is a Mr. Beast video.
Yeah.
Like, this is something.
Oh, so many snakes.
I saw a crazy Mr. Beast video recently where like it's just like he's like, "I'm gonna give my friend like $50,000 if he lays down on this table and I get to drop a bunch of spiders on him."
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I would not want to be.
yeah, no,
with
that
Mr.
is the normal point that these extreme shows normally take is animal abuse. That's the next step because you ran out of ideas. You can give away cars only so many times.
Exactly.
Then you do animal abuse. So the next step normally after that is either somebody dies on set doing a stupid stunt, or somebody getting severely injured. Doing
I can't wait till they do like a we gave this chimpanzee nunchucks. And he's gonna fight our friend to the death.
No, Alec,
Whoever wins gets a $50 Amazon gift card.
We had to go to a remote island where the international law doesn't apply.
do you think Alec Baldwin ran out of ideas and wanted an Amazon gift card? So he's just shot a gun like irrespective of where it was going.
We're gonna give Alec Baldwin a loaded gun. And for $100,000,
you got to shoot a scene.
You have to
shoot a scene.
now,
And what gives an Amazon gift card?
there are 3 live rounds and 3 blanks in the gun. He shoots the gun 5 times.
This is not a math problem.
Alec Baldwin shoots 2 people, or I don't know. Let think of what a math problem.
Let the bold win,
But yeah, this has been legitimately so much fun.
That's a lot of fun.
This was
great.
Thanks for having me on the podcast, you two.
thank
this was
you.
fun.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for being on the
Yes.
podcast. We will ask you to come back maybe at some point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I like that. This is a lot of fun to do.
Was this the subject you wanted to give to Tommy?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because we had something we wanted to give to Tommy specifically, and he couldn't make it.
Yeah.
She's like,
Oh.
how many snakes? I'm on the motorcycle. And then
you know what?
I get off.
No, he would.
That is exactly how it is.
You know what the snake murder is, really? It is on a different scale.
I'm going to commit the Night of Long Wheels against you.
And this was the episode. Thank you so much for listening.
Before
we leave, Jacob, please plug your shit.
Hey, one more time, in case you weren't listening to the first episode, you should have, but because that was a lot of context. Hey, but my name is Jacob Liss. You can follow me on Instagram at @normalregularjacob. I also perform weekly at the Comedy Pub with Tito Perez for the show Bomb Squad. Also coming up, I just remembered, starting in May, we're also going to be doing a show called Miami Advice. Funny at Cafe Votive at 7 o'clock.
That's a very good name.
I also run a Doner Kebab Instagram where I review Doner Kebab at Doner Daddies.
Oh my god, that was an idea that I had 20 years ago, but the internet didn't allow me to do that back then.
Oh man.
Man, I wanted to do a blog. I wanted to do a Doner blog.
Born to blog.
I want to be can I be a guest?
Absolutely, you could be. Yeah.
I love donors.
Do you have one that?
My favorite donor place?
Yeah.
Mangale, probably.
Not
in der Stadt Bambergen.
I've already done Mangale.
Okay, fair
It's good though. It's good.
What about the one, the fancy pantsy one at Währinger Straße Volksoper?
Sorry, can we end the episode first?
No, we were talking about
which one? To Doner High? That one? No.
I think so, yeah.
I was just there.
Yeah?
It was terrible. It was really bad.
Okay,
wow.
Good to know. Good to know.
Don't go.
Okay, good advice.
Anyway, thanks.
Good donor advice.
Okay. All right.
Don't go to Doner High.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh,
bye.
Oh, nearly 3 hours. Together with the other one, that's probably two hour episodes.
So you just kept going off track and making shit funny.
Just let Theresa.